The implementation of professionalism in Mexican football brought with itself changes across the national footballing landscape, along with the implementation of a nationwide league championship to decide the best team of the Republic. Jalisco's most important team, El Club Deportivo Guadalajara, adopted at a statutory level the decision of aligning only Mexican footballers. Players who became distinguished figures of the Mexican football landscape of the time made their debut throughout the first decade of Mexican-only footballers. We're speaking about Juan Jasso or Tomás Balcázar, who arrived in the 1940s, or Salvador Chava Reyes and Guillermo El Tigre Sepúlveda, who made their debut in the early 1950s. El Tigre was a fierce center-back who arrived to El Guadalajara on January of 1953, made his debut concretely on the 17th of that month on a Clásico de Mexico against America, and was the only match that he disputed on the 1953-54 season. It was 1954 what would become the year of the Tiger in El Rebaño, as it was the year when Guillermo El Tigre Sepúlveda took a starter role with the red and white. Sepúlveda started in the last 10 games of the 1954-55 season, and in this way kicked off a career of notable achievements across Mexican football. The time of El Tigre playing for Chivas witnessed the elevation of footballing passion in Jalisco to a whole new level. Estadio Felipe Martínez Sandoval, also known as Parque Oblatos, had the capacity of seating 30,000 fans. However, that number of fans in the stands was already staying short for the growing demand of fans whose preferred Sunday activity was going to the football matches, which is why the second half of the 1950s witnessed the transition from Parque Oblatos to Estadio Jalisco, which was inaugurated on January of 1960. The sport achieved another dimension in our country, being El Club Deportivo Guadalajara the most popular phenomenon. The popularity of the red and white could not have been achieved without the implication and commitment by players such as El Tigre Sepúlveda, whose defensive strength positions him as one of the greatest center-backs in the history of Chivas, along with Arturo Cura Chaires and José Jamaicón Villegas. Guillermo El Tigre Sepúlveda was part of a defensive line that marked the memories of generations. By the time El Tigre Sepúlveda left Chivas at the end of the 1965-66 season, he counted with 15 titles under his belt, out of which 7 of them were Mexican League titles, 1 Copa Mexico, 6 Campeón de Campeones, and 1 CONCACAF title. He disputed 201 First Division matches for Club Deportivo Guadalajara.